Welcome to our channel, Levels to Living. Y'all come on in, come on in. We got some news for y'all today. Today, we are coming on here because we just want to talk to y'all a minute about there is profit in keeping us poor. There is profit in keeping people poor. And we really need to understand that. As we've been doing a lot of content about the latest news that you can use on our channel, Levels to Live In, the thing that we are finding out is there are quite a few people, quite a lot of people, honestly, that just really don't understand how credit works and how important it is for you to keep good credit. And I totally understand because for a long time, I was one of those people. I didn't care about credit. I I understood credit, but I just didn't care about it. And I didn't realize, how important it is to have good credit. So today we just want to hop on here real fast. We just want to give y'all, you know, tidbits of information as to why it is very important to keep good credit and to why it is very important to really learn how to save money and to learn how to invest. Because no matter how much money you make, it's not how much you make, it's what you do with what you make. And learning good key strategies to learning how to use your money and use your credit is what is going to get you to the next level in life. So the first thing that we want to talk to y'all about is definitely keeping and trying to maintain good credit. And we're going to talk to y'all about the reasons why that is. Because like I said, there is profits in keeping us poor. Okay, just for example, if Lady A over here has A1 credit and Lady B over here does not, who do you think is going to pay the more in interest or the more in trying to finance a car? Lady B. Lady A has a 750, 800 credit score. She's going to get the better interest rates. Her interest rates might be 2 or 4%. Lady B over here, who has a credit score about 5 or 600, she's going to pay an interest rate of maybe 6 to 9%. So that right there tells you there is profit in keeping us poor. If you don't have good credit, you're going to pay more money in interest rates. You're going to pay more money trying to get any kind of loan. And you pretty much can't even try to buy a home with bad credit. You're going to pay more money when it comes to you. If something breaks down at your home or your apartment or a washer machine or dryer or refrigerator or whatever it is you may need, if you go out and you don't have any money in savings, you don't have good credit, and you have to go out and try to finance a washing machine or a dryer or any type of appliance, you're going to have to finance that at a high interest rate because you don't have good credit or you hadn't put back any money to save. Now, I know some people are like, well, it's hard to save when, you just don't have extra money. We're taking all the money we got to try to pay our bills, and I understand that. But the first rule of thumb is you have to pay yourself first. I don't care how many bills you have. I don't care what your income is. A lot of us have just been taught wrong all these years. You have to pay yourself first. I don't care if it's nothing more than putting that $10 back every time you get a paycheck or putting $20 back. You put that money back in a safe place that you cannot touch because I promise you, you are going to need it down the line. You have to learn to pay yourself first. You have to learn that it doesn't matter because some people think, well, it's just $10. That's not going to make a difference. You would be surprised on how much difference putting $10 every paycheck back, even if it only equals to 10 times two, you get paid every biweekly, twice a month. That's $20. $20 at the end of the year adds up to about 240. So I know that you're like, oh, that ain't no money. Well, it is when you don't have any. It is when you're first starting out. It is when you are trying to get to that next level. Everything coincides and works together. And like I said, there is profit in keeping us poor. If you start paying yourself first every time you get that paycheck, putting that money away, do not touch it. I don't care if you want that McDonald's cheeseburger. I don't care if you want this little Starbucks coffee. I don't care what it is. You got to start being really disciplined on yourself if you want to get to that next level. And I know it's hard. I know everything out there is more expensive now. We have got to learn to start paying ourselves first. We have got to learn how to start a savings and not touching that money. We have got to learn to start setting these goals so 6 months down the line, we are able to move into the next era of our life, like starting to pay down our credit. We have got to start working on our credit. You cannot keep going around here and not having your credentials in order. I'm telling you, you will always be on the struggle bus if you don't start learning how to save, how to be better managers of your money, and how to start paying off some debt and getting your credit to where it needs to be. Because, like I said, it's never going to work in your favor with bad credit. I know sometimes we have made some bad money choices. I know sometimes we have gotten ourselves in so much debt. I know a lot of us didn't understand how credit works. A lot of us don't understand even the principles of money now. And this is why I will always, through the grace of God, do these videos to help as many people as I can, because we are lagging behind, because we are not doing just basic, simple principles. Don't go out there and get in a big debt that you can't afford. It is ruining your credit. You have to look at how much you can afford, how much you're making, and what you can afford. And like I say, you have got to, sometimes a lot of us, you know what? Just to be honest, because over here at Levels to Living, we're just going to keep it 100. Sometimes a lot of us are just out here buying unnecessarily stuff that we don't even need. We're out here, we all want the nice things. Like I said on our prior videos, of course we do. If you're working out here, you're putting God first, you're working out here, you deserve the nicer things in life. But there's levels to living. You have to make sure that you're able to save some money. You have to make sure that you're able, once you get a good savings back for emergency fund, the next savings that you start working on is to start to invest. You have to make sure that you're able to keep your credit always at least a 700 or above. You have to. And I know some people are like, oh my God, I just got too much going on. My credit is just way out of whack. You can learn how to start disputing things. Get in contact with Equifax. Get in contact with TransUnion. Get on that phone. Start making some phone calls. Start learning how to write letters and dispute that. And again, like I said in the prior videos, be real careful on getting with credit repair services. Do your homework, do your research before you get involved with them, because yes, there are some good ones out there, there are also some bad ones out there. But at the end of the day, if you do not take care of your credit, don't go out there and get in a bunch of debt that you know you can't afford. Don't go out there and just be buying stuff that you know you can live without. You're going to have to be disciplined. And again, a lot of us are just not disciplined. A lot of us don't want to wait. I want it right now. That can get you in trouble. And I understand that was me. Everything that I talk about, that I put on these videos, is because I lived that life. I'm the one that had to go years to work on getting my credit back up where it needed to be, to, have a better life. You can do it. You're just going to have to be disciplined. You're going to have to do your research and homework on credit. You're going to have to understand how credit works. You're going to have to quit going out here and getting into a ton of debt. You're going to have to, if you started out with good credit, do the best you can to keep your credit. Now, there are some things that happen in life where people might come across. There's a sickness that might come up, a health situation that come up. You might lose your job to no reasoning of your own. Situations like that you cannot help. That is no fault of your own. The only thing you can do is just do the best you can. But there are some of us, like I said, I know I was one of them that are out here that just spends willy-nilly, that just out here, I want the new furniture, I want the new car, I want a car I can't afford, I want, all this stuff. But we're not thinking about that down the line if something happens and we can't afford that, we're just getting into a ton of debt. It is gonna keep us on the struggle bus, and that is not what you want, because like I said, there is profits in keeping us poor. If you are always have a low credit score, you're always going to be the one that has to pay more in interest rate when it comes to getting a loan, when it comes to trying to, even insurance now, to get car insurance, house insurance, they go by your credit score. We do not, a lot of us don't understand the importance of keeping good credit. And like I said, if you got out there, you messed up your credit, you're working on it, do your best to get your credit straightened out. Do your best to get on that phone. A lot of times it is just simply making some phone calls with the TransUnion, Equifax, making some simple phone calls, calling the creditors who you have gotten into debt with, and just setting up some agreements to get some stuff paid off, being able to do it monthly, or talking to them about helping you get some stuff disputed off your credit. It's some simple stuff that you can do. But again, I just wanted to jump on here real fast because, like I said, I am really seeing how a lot of people are really not understanding how credit works and how, because they do have bad credit and they have ruined their credit, it is really keeping them on the struggle bus. So we hope this video helps y'all. Please share it with your family and friends, and especially if you need more information on, how to try to fix your credit, how to make sure you're keeping your credit good, stay out of a ton of debt. Right now, it's just not the time. Do your best to put some savings back, even if it's just a little bit at a time. You would be surprised on how that little bit adds up to a lot of bit. So, like I said, just make smarter decisions. Be wise about your monies because, like I said, at the end of the day, it's not how much you make, it's what you do with what you make. And for sure, remember, there is profits in keeping us poor. So do the best you can to keep your credit score good. If your credit has gone down, get those credit scores back out there. Y'all go out, y'all do the best you can, and y'all have a great day. And like, share, and be sure and subscribe to this Levels to Living.